Hey guys, welcome to Juicy Tea, where I read out the best stories on Reddit, so you don't have to. The funny, shocking, and satisfyingly juicy. Am I the a-hole for not telling my parents about my brother's relationship with our adopted sister? Post by Ultra Ethical. I have a brother who's 18 and an adopted sister who's 22. My sister was adopted by my parents when she was 7 years old, and she's grown up with us. I recently found out that my brother has been in an intimate relationship with her. I confronted him about this, being utterly disgusted and threatened to tell our parents. My brother told me that he doesn't see her as our biological sister, and they're both consenting adults, and that it should be none of my business. He broke down and said he loves our sister and that she loves him too. I felt like puking, and I don't even know how to describe how repulsed I felt hearing his justifications. However, if I were to tell my parents about their relationship, they would disown my brother and sister. My parents are amazing parents, but unfortunately, they're ultra-religious Mormon cultists and extremely hysterical about certain things. They will no doubt sever all ties with my siblings if I tell them about their relationship, breaking apart our family. And my siblings will despise me for the rest of my life. I don't want any of that to happen, which is why I'm hesitating to tell my parents, even though I'm profoundly disturbed and traumatized by the discovery. But keeping this secret from my parents is weighing on me. I feel like I'm betraying my parents and helping the devil. My brother and sister have never been particularly close to me, but my parents have always been there for me, and I feel like an a-hole keeping this horrific secret from them. Am I the a-hole? The thing that keeps sticking out to me throughout this entire post is how OP isn't worried or horrified for a brother who's either been groomed or straight up SA'd as a minor. No, she's repulsed by him and his justifications? All she seems to care about is her feelings. How can you write all this out, yet still somehow see yourself as a victim here? Also, kinda getting a golden child vibe. Anyone else getting that vibe? Am I the a-hole for ignoring my sister and threatening to move out because she keeps calling me an incel? Post by Ignoranius. I'm a 23-year-old guy, and my younger sister, who's 15, is currently in the phase where she thinks she's the most unique and special person in the entire world. Because of this, she's also developed some sort of superiority complex against other people's hobbies, especially if she doesn't like them. The problem started when she started using the word incel to insult me and my hobbies out of nowhere. She knows that this word hurts me, so now she keeps calling me an incel just to elicit a reaction from me. I'm playing a video game, I'm an incel. I'm watching anime, I'm an incel. I'm building a Gundam, I'm an incel. I've talked to her about it and asked if she knows the meaning. She said she knows perfectly well what it means and thinks that I fit the description. I asked her why she thinks so, and she said that she just knows that I'm an incel. Well, because of that, I've been ignoring her. This seemed to piss her off because she began to harass me even more, such as pulling my headphones off just to call me an incel, and even just using incel as a generic nickname for me. I talked to my parents last night and told them that if they don't do anything about her behaviour towards me, then I will move out of the house. My dad and I pay 50-50 for everything because his salary alone can't sustain all the bills. My mum is a volunteer worker in an animal shelter and refuses to seek a job because we come from a culture where men are expected to be the sole providers. She justifies my sister's behaviour as being just a typical teenager and is begging me to be more understanding because I'm the older and more mature one. My dad, on the other hand, knew that I was serious and agreed that they need to punish my sister. I don't like ultimatums, but I feel like I don't have any other choice right now. I don't want to yell at my sister or even fight with her, because I know it will simply make her attitude even worse towards me. Update, about 3 weeks later. Shortly after I gave my ultimatum, my dad punished my sister by taking away everything that I paid for her, like her laptop, phone, PC and Switch. He told her that this is your life without your brother. But since then, my sister has become even more aggressive towards me. She calls me daddy's boy, snitch, coward, etc. whenever we pass each other, both in public and at home. She's even started throwing things at me, unprovoked, even when I'm not looking. There were soft things like towels, socks, or stuffed toys, but still. My mum keeps making excuses for her and even consoled her when she was crying over her things being taken away. That was when I fully realised and accepted that she was my mum's favourite. When I finally told my dad that I wanted to move out, he was understanding. He kept apologising to me for not doing anything earlier because he was always at work. He's now making it up to me by helping me look for an affordable renting space. My mum, on the other hand, didn't take it very well. She's extremely cold to me now. She told me that I'm abandoning her. According to my dad, she cries every night because she can't accept the fact that I'm moving out. For now, I'm temporarily staying with a kind friend. My dad encouraged me to detach myself from my mum and my sister as soon as possible when I told him that she'd started throwing things at me. I don't think I'll be having any sort of relationship with my mum or my sister anytime in the future. But I do feel really bad for my dad, having to deal with my mum and my sister alone. Down in the comments, someone asked, "Can you ask your dad for the stuff you paid for so that you can sell it?" Opie responded, "I told my dad that he can give back the things I bought her, only if she shows real remorse and genuinely apologises to me. If nothing changes, then I might take you up on your advice and just keep everything for myself or sell them." My dad's been a real champ right now. He's offered to pay for the first 2 months worth of rent, despite me telling him that he doesn't need to. I have my own savings after all. He feels really guilty about not noticing my sister's behaviour towards me for so long, and he thinks it's the least he could do for me. Someone else says, "Your dad needs a divorce." Opie responds, "I'd be happy if he could. Unfortunately, divorce isn't legal here in the Philippines, so he's basically stuck with my mum for the rest of his life." Then Opie added more context. "I live in the Philippines, where even up to 5 generations of families live under one roof. It's normal, in fact, it's expected for kids to take care of and financially support their parents and their grandparents as soon as they have their own jobs. So me living with my parents at my age is actually the normal thing in my culture. I don't pay rent, it's our house, I don't rent there. I pay all the bills, since I have a bigger salary than my dad. Well, my dad buys all the groceries. My mum doesn't work, and she doesn't want to work. I still respect my mum, despite her obvious favoritism towards my sister. She's still my mum after all. My sister, on the other hand, not anymore. I'm a teacher, so teenagers being a-holes to me every day is normal. However, I don't want the same behaviour in my own home. I don't want to deal with the same teenager tantrums that I've been dealing with at work, especially when I'm trying to rest or just minding my own business. When I'm at school, I have some authority. I can call their parents, the guidance counsellor, someone who can correct their behaviour. But at home, I don't have that same authority. I'm just her brother. I can't force her to behave, and my mum doesn't do anything to correct her behaviour. I've had a heart-to-heart talk with my mum, and she still thinks that my sister is innocent. She thinks that my sister is just joking, and she genuinely doesn't think she needs discipline. I get that siblings being annoying is normal, however, my sister is old enough to know that her actions have consequences. Not only that, but her words could ruin me and my career. I work at the same school that my sister goes to. What if she calls me an incel in front of my students? What if she spreads false rumours about me abusing her if I ever discipline her? What if she tells people that I force her to do things against her will? Do you know how devastating that could be for me? OP's sister is about to get one hell of a wake-up call. Don't call the golden goose an incel. If you like this video, please let me know and subscribe for more juicy tea.